Dillon, she thought she was going to be in a four-way ladder match today. And now she finds herself across the ring from one of the hardest hitters in Smash Wrestling history. And there's a little bit of nerves on her face here, Blake. You can kind of see it here.
Again, she was tagging with this guy yesterday in mixed tag action. They were a very effective team, and now you've got to go head-to-head. So you know his arsenal well, but this is a big, big change. And Kevin Blackwood with the early edge here with some wrestling.
Well, and here's the thing is just because they were tag team partners 24 hours ago does not mean that either of these two are going to let up. At least it would be expected by Kevin Blackwood that Haley Dillon wouldn't let up, and you know he's not going to.
Certainly not, even though there is obviously an immense level of respect here from Blackwood. Dillon looked for an early cover and an upset.
Look, and Haley Dillon, she went for that drop toe hold. Didn't work, so she put her whole body into it and managed to get Kevin Blackwood on his back. Not long enough for a kick out there.
But there, once again with the hip toss, Kevin Blackwood turning it back in his favor with the head scissors.
Haley Dillon twisting here. Looking to get Blackwood out, and all of a sudden, has those legs grapevined. And all of a sudden, Kevin Blackwood finds himself in a surfboard. I don't think any of us saw this coming, Blake.
No, definitely not. Certainly not Blackwood, who I think initiated this kind of chain wrestling start to this match, thinking that's where he'd have, you know, a pretty clear edge on Haley Dillon, who, I mean, maybe isn't going to strike with him either, but she's got a power to her game.
Now, Kevin Blackwood has put on some size in the last little while, but he's not used to being the bigger, stronger competitor. And oh, there you see it. Just tosses Haley Dillon to the ground, and she's not taking that one lightly.
And she can't really, whatever you think about, you know, this being a friendship or a tandem earlier, hitting the roads together, coming out of Buffalo, this would be an enormous win for Haley Dillon's career in Smash.
God.
Oh, boy.
And there's a pride and ego to talk about here, too, as both Kevin Blackwood and Haley Dillon, they don't want to go home saying the other beat them. So, I mean, what are they going to do here?
Oh, you got to leave it all in there. And Blackwood kind of said, I think first he said Myung-Jae Lee laid a challenge out, and Blackwood was like, yeah, I'll take it. I think Myung-Jae Lee's got a bright future, and I want to get in there with him. And then when he couldn't make it, it was Blackwood who stood up and said, yeah, let's see what Haley Dillon can do as a singles. There she goes for the backslide.
Well, Myung-Jae Lee out of Buffalo, but couldn't make it out of Buffalo because of the snow. Tight roll up there by Haley Dillon. Blackwood just buries a boot right into her gut there. Drop toe hold.
That time it works.
I mean, oh! Big forearm.
My goodness.
Blackwood able to get out the back door, but that may have been on instinct alone, Blake.
There's again, I mentioned earlier, there is a real power to Haley Dillon's game. Don't let the size fool you. She hits as hard as anyone in there.
Hang on now as Haley Dillon finds herself in a place she doesn't want to be. You don't try to pick up someone bigger than you. That's rule number one. Whoa. Oh, and another big forearm shiver. Oh! And there we see it. Kevin Blackwood just absolutely demolishing a big boot and then a huge back suplex, Blake.
And look, Blackwood turned this thing back in his favor pretty quickly there, but look at how he's holding his jaw. He looks a little maybe caught off guard at just how badly some of those forearms caught him in the jaw.
Well, he may be perplexed. I mean, Haley Dillon, she's not necessarily a student of Blackwood's as much as a compatriot, but she's been paying attention. She's been watching when Blackwood throws those strikes, and she's been throwing her own strikes with reckless abandon. Hold on here. Oh! Good God, that has to be it. Blake, when all the wind is driven out of your body, how do you find the will to go on as Haley Dillon, deepest of deep water right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be part instinct, part desperation to get that shoulder up, but geez, and there's another chop to the chest there.
You know, and Kevin Blackwood likes to call himself the aesthetic crippler. Right now, he's just beating Haley Dillon in style as we get a 2 count here and almost a 3. This is deep water for Haley Dillon now. This is the biggest test, and sometimes those tests come when you're not expecting them, Blake.
Yeah, certainly, and you have to do everything you can to take advantage of this, both as a learning opportunity and if you get a W over Kevin Blackwood in Smash Wrestling, I don't care what your experience level is, I don't care how often you're back here. Nasty backbreaker there from Blackwood, but this would vault Haley Dillon. I mean, look, we saw a new Smash Women's Champion crowned earlier today. How quickly would that put you in the mix there?
Look at the smile on Blackwood's face, though. He is, I don't know if he's enjoying this or he's just kind of laughing at the hubris of Haley Dillon, but she's not giving up the fight here. Oh. And Blackwood with a massive brain buster drops Haley Dillon. As fast as she went up, she went right back down.
And it does seem like Blackwood's maybe getting a kick at it, getting to go to the power game, as you mentioned off the top. Not often he gets to be the larger, strong, more powerful wrestler in a match.
Well, and you can't catch your breath when you've got someone's knee in your spine, Blake, and right now Haley Dillon is in deep, deep trouble. It might be a good idea for her to give it up and just realize that she's outmatched.
Yeah, we see a good look here at the Robert Smith tattoo on Kevin Blackwood's thigh. Friday, I'm in love, but Sunday, Haley Dillon might be in hell here.
Well, and she's trying to throw those, but decidedly less. Oof. Now Blackwood now with his flurry of offense. Big back elbow. But Haley Dillon, to her credit, did not stay on the mat for long there. Blackwood underneath. Oh, massive German suplex, and that's got to be, we got to be looking at the end of this here. Geez, the ref needs to think about calling it. Oh, massive drop kick, and Haley Dillon's out. That's it. Call this one.
Blackwood's going to try.
2, this is it, no. That was an instinct kick out. I've seen it 1,000 times, Blake. Haley Dillon is not with us currently.
No, and look, I don't know if, from what I know about Kevin Blackwood, I don't think he would have sympathy or any ounce of less than 100% in a match. But when he looked at the official there asking for the 3 count, I do wonder if he's starting to think, what am I going to have to do to Haley Dillon to keep her down here?
Well, and she's pushing off, trying to get a little bit of distance, which is much needed as she needs to recover and shake those cobwebs. But Kevin Blackwood now just throwing everything he's got, hands, fists, feet. Haley going for her own little flurry here. Oh, and a big backhand. And a German suplex of her own. All of a sudden, Haley Dillon is finding herself on top of this. Cover her, kid.
What a fight back from Haley Dillon there, a knee to the chest.
And the war cry as she just fires these shots off. 1, 2, 2 count only. Haley Dillon fired up here and getting the crowd behind her here at the London Music Hall. For any given Sunday, 10, Blake, there's something in the air tonight.
And how could you not get behind Haley Dillon at this point in this match? She's a tremendously exciting prospect in general, but the showing she's having here against Kevin Blackwood is incredible.
Well, here she goes, trying again, though, to get the man off his feet. Don't go to the lift game if you're the smaller competitor. That is rule number 1, and it's never going to go the way she wants it to. Blackwood now just giving it to her, saying, you want to throw at me? I'm going to throw back at you. Haley Dillon trying to make a point, but geez, thunderous shots.
Yeah, 3 chops to the chest versus 1 big kick to the chest. Hard to win that exchange.
Well, and Haley Dillon still trying her hardest here, firing away with everything she's got. Oh my God, a massive boot to the head, and that's got to be it. Hold on. Gotch-style pile driver. And that may be the nail in the coffin. No!
How?
You know, I thought the last kick out was a kick out on instinct, but this Gotch-style pile driver has put Haley Dillon to sleep. That was muscle memory alone that got her shoulders off the canvas, Blake. Canvas, not canvas. I don't know canvas.
The crowd's certainly getting behind it. A bit of a profane chant there in support of Haley Dillon, who rolls to the outside, trying to find some way to get back in this thing. That girl's got it. That is a very accurate chant.
Well, and hold on now is, Blackwood just opening up the chest of Haley Dillon here to swing with everything he's got. And now look out here. I've been in this position in this building. It ended with a lacerated kidney. Oh, hold on now. Stump pile driver. Down goes Blackwood.
Big opening here for Haley Dillon.
She needs to capitalize, though. Not. She got him up. Rolling. Death Valley driver. Could this be it? 2, 3. Oh, no. Blake, they don't get much closer than that. She guts that stump pile driver off. And could she make a miracle comeback here? No, massive German suplex, but hold on. She's got one of her own. Back goes Blackwood. I don't think Kevin Blackwood was expecting this, Blake. Did you see a ripcord? Oh, big boot to the back of the head again. Oh, and another boot, massive, right to the face. Haley Dillon now on Dream Street as Kevin Blackwood just takes her down. A pair of boots right across the face. One. No, hold on.
Look at Blackwood's face.
I think we're making the same face, Blake. What the hell? Hold on now. Another Gotch-style pile driver, and this one needs to be over. 1, 2, 3. That is it.
What a showing from Haley Dillon in defeat, though.
The winner of this contest